Coming late, my big phone has got a problem, but I thank God I had another phone. I had to switch on to another phone. We thank God who has given us this beautiful Sunday. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen who are on. Please, you can send me a hi so that I can see who is online. Yesterday we began our lessons in mature entry. Even today we have come back with lesson 3, and today is February. So we had 2 lessons for January. Today is February. You are welcome, and somebody who just joined us was not with us yesterday. We discussed the course outline for paper 1, and also we got the introduction yesterday, which is chapter 1. And I told you that we have these textbooks for paper 1 already in office. A hard copy with a bound 200,000. If you want me to send you a soft copy, 100,000. Why is it expensive? Because it costs us to get them. If you want past papers, 50,000 each, and 100 printed and bound copy. Some people might want, they train themselves. It is okay. Some people can do it. Maybe you can't afford our training costs. Maybe you can train yourself. Maybe you can take and you coach yourself. What is important is to pass the national exams. Just like senior 4. How you pass senior 4 or senior 6 does not ask for where you studied from or who taught you, as long as you have passed. It is the same thing applies even here. If you pass national exams for mature entry, we don't mind who taught you, who trained you, from where. So if you think you can train yourself, you can buy these items, we have them, and then you do it. You will be saving a lot of money as long as you pass. Those who see it better to be trained, on top of being given these materials, you pay only 600,000 for primary teachers, because we have already seen good primary teachers. How it is, we don't know. When they come, we shall talk about them. So yesterday we discussed the introduction for mature entry, and we looked at the structure of the paper, the exam for paper 1 for mature entry, how it is structured. Section A, section B, we looked at how they ask questions and the reasons for these questions. Then we looked at the importances of doing mature entry, of doing this paper 1 in particular. Today we are going to look at chapter 2, which is ultimate test taking strategies and time management. Yes, just as I told you yesterday, you know almost all of these things, but the reason or the importance of class or study is to gather your brains and put them together. Some people you are teaching for over 10 years or what, but you have never been trained as a professional teacher, but your children are passing. So we know what you are doing. You only have to gather, put together your brains to make you better, because you have the skills. There are so many, and that's why I've helped the country, by the way, in this cast of primary teachers. People who finish senior 4, senior 6, and now they begin to teach. They have experience and they have done great work. So we can't afford to lose those people. Let us just put their brains together. We add some few, we fill some few gaps, and then give them documents. They proceed with that wonderful work. Ultimate test taking strategies. How to approach a test, how to do a test, what are the strategies of Kodio, and how do we manage time. It is very important. You can't pass a test if you don't manage time, because each test, each exam has got its time limits, just as you do your work. It has it. Every worker has time limits, but how do you manage this time? Because if they are like, I think we discussed 7 numbers. They give you 1 hour, and in 1 hour you have done only 2 numbers. The other 5 numbers, you have not attempted them. Even if you know them, you are not going to pass. And it's very important exams, because they cost you. Remember, this time you are paying your own school fees. I don't think there is anybody in mature entry where the parent is paying for you. At 25 years, I don't think. In Uganda, really, if it is hard-earned money. Remember, you, especially teachers, because now we are talking with teachers, they are the ones I see here. The small money you are getting, when you don't have documents, a school is to give you any money, we are good, and because you are poor, also take an option, and you know you don't have documents, you don't have a profession, and yet we are performing very well. By the way, people without documents might be even performing better than those with documents, because documents, as per documents, they don't teach, they don't work. It is you who works. So you might find you are getting a lot of first grades, more than even those people who have documents. But because you don't have documents, you are paid less. So that is why the government came up with this program to make you valuable, more valuable, to add value on you. You get documents, you are recognized officially and legally in Uganda. Now, you have to learn how to manage time. If you know, you are done. Time management is very important in life, and we are going to begin understanding time management in exams, but it applies in all rounds of our lives. So let us look at chapter 1, 2.1, which is psychology of effective test taking. I don't have machines, enough machines to make sure that you see what is on my laptop, but when it comes, I'll tell you. People, I know people, some people have not even applied, but I'll try to give them this weekend and next weekend. From next weekend, I will remain with only people who have paid. So psychology, those who have applied, I'm taking you a full month for free. Those who have not applied, I'm taking you only 2 weekends. Let us look at the psychology of effective testing. Effective testing. Note this, not all people who know the answers are the ones who pass. No, you might know all the answers, but you fail to manage the time. You fail to plan for the paper. And remember, as I told you yesterday, here we are studying to pass those tests such that you can go to the university to study our respective courses. So I can't lie to you that we are studying here to go and look for jobs or to get knowledge to get jobs or to work. No. This one was put there as a bridge to help you people who didn't go to the university or who cannot go to secondary school, also to go to the universities and do bachelor's degree. By the way, for mature entry, we don't train people to go and do diplomas, no, bachelor's degree. Even those who have diplomas have to come here for mature entry, depending on your objective, such that you can go to the university to get any degree. Somebody was telling me, well, is there mature entry somewhere? No, there is no university which does not receive mature entry students. Maybe when it is not in Uganda. All universities in Uganda are supposed to receive mature entry students. Just as they are supposed to receive senior 6 leavers, the same way they are supposed to receive mature entry students. Is there any university in Uganda which cannot receive senior 6 leavers? Because this document, this course is equivalent to senior 6. I wish people understood this. A level is 2 years, full time. This one, if you are a full-time student, you can take 2 months or 3 months. And even the cost, you see how schools are charging. You reduce a lot of money. There is no secondary school which can teach online. They are teaching online. 3-4 months, depending on your brain, you can pass these exams, and it is equivalent to senior 6. If you joke with this opportunity, go man. So let us look at these 2 or 3 issues before we go to church. I know we are going to church, including me, but let us look at this issue. Though we came late, by now, mindset matters. You can't do an exam without setting your mind. As we are talking now, students senior 6 have begun to tune their minds towards the exam, which will be done in November. So you have to prepare your brain. That's why people who are doing interviews for jobs, they fail most of the times. You are just going to apply, then they give you an exam, an interview, and they give you a paper, PROE. The answers are there that you're going to fail because your brain has not prepared for it. Your brain, maybe they are demanding you, your wife is abusing you, this one is doing, you're buying school fees, you have loans, and then somebody gives you an exam. You need time to prepare your brain. This brain is supposed to be prepared. So you set your brains. There are settings in the brain towards the exams. And that's why they give you a timetable and they give you time, 2 months, 1 month, to prepare your brain that on this date, I'm going to do exams. Which exams? The problem now is that because the link for registration is online on the website, people just register for the exam and end there. They don't come for the trainings. Chances are many that you're going to fail, even if you knew the answers. So you have to set the mindset. Mindset matters. That is chapter 2.1. The psychology of effective testing. Then number 1, they tell us how to set your mind to sit these exams. Bullet 1, growth mindset. You develop your mind from where it has come. Like you delete unwanted items or you store them in the deeper memory, then you bring out the minds of exams. You develop your brain. This brain is a computer. So you develop it, you give it a space. This exam, you give it a space where it can sit. I know our memories are full, packed with a lot of ideas. Politics now, yes, where you aim. The war of Ukraine, the what, the cultures or what. So you empty the brain with all of that data to make sure the brain receives this data, this information. Some people are taxi drivers. You are supposed to know the traffic jam, traffic police, what. So you remove all of that and put there growth mindset. Believe that your abilities can be developed through dedication. Dedication is very important. Some people have even paid us money, comes for 2 lessons and then gives up. If you are not ready, don't apply. I don't want you people to call us conmen. We also want to do something which is clean. Dedicate. If you are breastfeeding, know that at this time I have a lecture, I have to feed my child at this time. If you are pregnant, you have to give your husband meals in the morning. Make sure you prepare them, whether you wake up at 3 or what, you make your own timetable. Be dedicated. So it needs dedication. So you can't pass exams you have not dedicated yourself to pass. Positive self-talk. Replace I can't with I will. Learn how to do it. Some people are too negative. Nobody passes those exams. Those exams are very hard. When I was in O-level, we had a teacher, senior one by the way, Mtake SS Wambeo. That teacher was teaching physics, but I think the man didn't know physics also. He made us to hate physics. This subject is very hard. You people, you cannot pass it. You have to be the... So stop confessing negatives. Don't say I can't. That word I can't, you remove it from your vocabulary as long as what you are going to do is good or is beneficial. I can't pass. I don't know English. I don't know this. You can't learn English until you confess that you know it. And you can't pass exams until you confess. You first confess in your heart, then you confess with your lips that I will pass those exams. It also applies to our everyday life. If I said in my heart that I can't teach mature entry, because for me I didn't pass through, by the way, I didn't pass through mature entry. For me, I passed through direct entry, senior 6, with the AAA. I was even a government sponsorship. But now I can teach even I did arts, but I can teach even health students, medical students. Don't say I can't. The moment you mention that you can't, you will not. You can't do beyond your confession. I can. You mention I can, and then you wait for the results. Because your word, what you speak, is what God commands. Because the earth was created by the word of God. Let there be light, let there be this. Then you bewitch yourself, and you say, I can't pass it. I can't become a doctor. My area senior too, you see, for me, those people miss. I can't go to the university. University is for people from maybe from the north or from the west. For rich people, those people you can. I can't get money. Why not? You get the money for everything you want because this money was made for you. So you have to change that attitude of I can't. Negative attitude. Moreover, about yourself. At least you talk about others. But you talk negative on yourself. You are the greatest witch of your own future, of your own life. So when we are studying or in any of our discussions, remove that word I can't and replace it with the I can learn or I will do it, or I can afford. Remember, mindset matters. We have 1, you grow your mindset. 2, positive self-talk. Weyogereko bulungi. Talk about yourself good. I'm beautiful. People were telling me, you don't, ever since you got accent, you lost your teeth. You cannot talk in public. Am I not talking? Are you not listening? Are people not subscribing? Some people might be listening to me because of even the gaps in the mouth. So you can do anything good as long as you have decided and dedicated yourself. Are you getting my point? So don't bewitch yourself and say, I can't. You can. Even what you have done, it was not simple. So even what you have not done yet, you can do it just because you have not yet got maybe the opportunity. And the opportunity is coming. That's why we learn. Some people say, for me, I can't learn anything new. You are lying. You can learn, you can change your life, even if you are 50 years or beyond. Then visualize. We are on mindset matters. Mindset matters, we are visualizing. Remember, there's child growth mindset, positive self-talk, visualization. Hope you're writing. Somebody told me this, my speed is so high. But I'm repeating these things. There are 3 ways of mindset matters. You reset your mind. 1, mindset growth. 2, positive self-talk. 3, visualization. Visualization is to visualize, to see, comes from the word to the vision. To see. What do you see? Change what you see. You might be seeing death, you see poverty, you see corruption, you see whatever, you see the negatives. All those things are there, you are right. But it is you to decide what to see, because even the good things are there. So what you see in your mindset will change your future. Accidents are there on the roadside, everywhere. But if you decide to be seeing accidents only, you don't travel. Because there are also very many vehicles, over 90% vehicles, which move, which travel without getting the accident. So if you look at these which get accidents, you will not get out of your house. Look at these ones which don't get accidents, that's when you travel. And then that's when you get the brain to see how you prevent the accident. So that is mentally rehearse success before the test day. Rehearse success. Apart from compassion, rehearse. Look at yourself celebrating. Look at yourself even if you are sleeping, even if you are dreaming, as a success. So remember, we are on the heading of the psychology of effective test taking. Then under that, there is mindset matters. From there, we are going to managing test anxiety. What is anxiety? Yeah, what is anxiety? Ukuchamuka. Anxiety. That is being emotion. There is managing test anxiety, breathing techniques, 4, 7, 8. Breathing method. Inhale 4 seconds, hold 7. Receive oxygen, enough oxygen. Don't get the paper and then begin writing because you're managing it, you're rushing with the time. No. You have to first cool down. Let me say cool down the anxiety. Make your anxiety cool down. That is breathing techniques. Then progressive muscle relaxation. Make your muscles relax. And this one not apply to exams only, but in daily life. When you are in anxiety, you cannot take major decisions. You cannot do good work. Whether excitement, whether anger or bitterness or whatever, as long as the anxiety is high, you may not work. So take the breathing method, then progressive muscle relaxation. Make sure your muscles relax. Relax a bit. Because you want to pass very, very highly. No, you relax. Take it simple. Take it normal as usual. Because when people hear national exams, and some people have never sat for national exams anyway. Or maybe you have forgotten when you start senior 4. Now you have been giving, you teachers, you have been giving people's exams. Piano E. That's what now you are the one who is sitting. Relax. Let your muscles relax. Take it normal as usual. If you don't take, if I fail on birthday, if I fail, what will I say? You will say, and you are not going to fail. Hello? So relax, make your mind relax. Progressive muscle relaxation. Tense and release muscle groups systematically. Yeah. Then lastly, mindfulness. Stay present, focused rather than worrying about outcomes. Be present, present. Lowooza ku ekyo ky'oliko. Tolowooza ku kugwa. And don't get worried. You know what the meaning of the word worry is? To think about negatives. You worry about school fees, you worry about debts, you worry about accidents, you worry about sicknesses. You forget even if you are sick because you have managed to move and calm. Think positively. The mind is mindfulness. Fill your mind with good thoughts, with the happiness, with the joy. Then 2.2, time management mastery. Remember, we are on chapter ultimate test taking strategies. Then number 1, psychology of effective test making, mind setting, managing text anxiety. We are now on time management 2.2, time management mastery or mystery or mastery, to master time management. In Africa, they say we don't know how to manage time. They tell you a meeting is at 10, you come at 11. It is our weakness, but we can't be proud of a weakness. We are struggling to how to do it. In education, factor. The exam is for 1 hour, 60 minutes is 60 minutes. You can't say, because I began late, because I was not aware. No, exactly. If it is, the meeting is at 4, let it be 4, without even a single minute. You'd rather come in time. You'd rather come early, you wait. So for exam, if the exam is beginning at 2, you come at 1. Rest in the trees, in the shade, at the veranda, and then enter the examination room like 30 minutes before. All those relaxation, breathing, what should be before even the paper has come. Time management. Section is specific timing strategies. Reading comprehension. Read it through 40 minutes. Just reading through the exam paper. Read it through for 40 minutes. Approximately 40 minutes. We are reading through paper 1, number 1, section A, section B, before writing anything. Then 5 minutes, skim all passages and questions. For 5 minutes, skim. This one space is going to be enough. What? Then 25 minutes, intensive reading and answering. Intensive reading and answering, 25 minutes. Of course, it is not exactly, but we are giving you the guide. Yeah? It can be less or more, but we are giving you the guideline of how to manage your time while doing an exam. 10 minutes review and check the answers. You are finished to write, review and check the answers. Before they say pens down, stop, stand up. 10 minutes, review and check the answers. Then we go to language skills, 50 minutes. Grammar questions 1 minute each. Vocabulary questions 45 seconds. Sentence complete. Then somebody tells, for me, I don't need even those training. I can just go and do the exams and I pass. You know all these things in your brain. Even if you start exams 5 years ago, you have forgotten. Sentence completion, 1.5 minutes each. Reverse, 10 minutes for review. Then numeric skills, 40 minutes. Remember those ones I gave you yesterday? Those are subtopics or chapters in paper 1, which is called aptitude tests. Numeric skills, 40 minutes. Easy questions, 1 to 2 minutes. Moderate questions, 3 to 4 minutes. Difficult questions, those are the difficult questions to you. Because difficult questions to you might be easy for me. So you begin with the easy questions. Because in case time you are caught up by time, those hard ones, even if you leave them, you don't feel the pain too much. But if you begin with the hard questions and you are caught up by time, it will pain you not to have done the easy questions to you. And the chances of passing will be limited. So the difficult questions, you do them. A flag and return it time permits. So the difficult question is last. Then general knowledge, 20 minutes. 15 seconds per question maximum. Answer all questions, no negative marking. Analytical writing, 30 minutes. 5 minutes planning and outlining. 20 minutes writing. 5 minutes proofreading and editing. The problem you are not asking questions. The requirement for mature entry 1 is English, writing and reading. If you don't know how to write or read English, we shall give you another class. You can't finish. So you don't ask me questions. What's the meaning of this word? No, that one is another class. Here we assume you know English, you can read and write. So that's why for me I'm speaking to people who know English. The art of intelligent guessing. When to guess. Eliminate obviously wrong answers. They give you objective questions. Then they give you 4 options to choose one. First eliminate what you know is wrong. Then look for answer patterns. Trust your first instinct, but verify umutima, what your heart tells you. First trust it, but verify to confirm that is right. Never leave questions blank. Don't leave any question blank as long as you have time. At least you guess. There are also marks which are given for trying. So if you leave the answer sheet blank, there is nothing they can give you. Actually, if you left it blank, they have to put an arrow to show that it was not filled, because somebody can come and fill it. Then elimination strategies. Remove answers with absolute words, always, never. Eliminate. Eliminate answers that don't directly address the question. There are some answers which you know that they are off topic. Eliminate them. Watch for grammatic inconsistencies in language questions. Now we are going to do some grammar, English grammar, but not too much. So when you see there is wrong grammar, you eliminate those ones. Check for mathematical impossibilities in numeric questions. So we are going to move. What is the time? 27 minutes. Can we move to chapter 3? Yeah, very fast. Let us move to chapter 3. Chapter 3, hope you are writing. Some people don't even have money to buy these notes. Why don't you write as I'm talking? But people who are going to pay for the training, I'll give you the notes, soft copies for free. You don't need to buy. I'll sell to those people who maybe cannot afford the training course and they think they can train themselves. Maybe you can. So instead of failing to do anything, you can buy this material. I'm going to send them to you and you read through. When I give like public lectures like this, you come and attend. We are not equal. Some people cannot afford. But you have the brain which can help you to put together your brains and pass the exams. By the way, for me, Oliver, I taught myself. The whole of Oliver, I taught myself. The psychology of success, managing test anxiety. The psychology of success. How do people success? Maybe you have been guessing by chance. You have been succeeding by chance. Now you are going to add some points. The psychology of success, managing test anxiety. Number 1, understanding test anxiety. Physical symptoms. How do you know that I've understood the anxiety? These are the physical symptoms. Increase the heart rate. When the heart is pumping at a very fast rate. Sweating palms. Yeah, these palms beginning to sweat. I remember when we were doing exams, was it in senior? Some people had what they used to call examination malaria and even faint. You know that some people faint in exams, others urinate, others others begin to sweat, others begin to shiver, others begin to what? Those are physical symptoms. Let me call them up here. Swallow, breathing, muscle tension. Then let us look at cognitive symptoms. 1, racing thoughts. Other thoughts begin to come. You begin to think about so many things, like these politicians. To think about so many things which are out of context. make sure you drive out all other thoughts which are out of context, so that you get focused on the exam, the topics of the exam. Even your conversations with your friends, make sure you drive out all other thoughts and actually put off your phone. Put off your phone. Don't go to WhatsApp, don't go to Facebook. Give it time. When you're going to do the exams, you can put off your phone for like a month, depending on your brain. If you go to Facebook, your brain is going to be diverted. If you go to WhatsApp, your brain is going to be diverted. So you are not going to concentrate. And yet you need to concentrate. So here's how all other thoughts, whether negative or positive, as long as they're not connected to the exam. Then there's negative self-talk. Negative self-talk. Difficult concentration. If you have a difficulty in concentration, then memory blocks. You forget very easily. The more you forget very easily, the more you revise. Let us increase the speed. 3.2, pre-test preparation routine. Every day prepare for the test like you're going to do it tomorrow. Train your mind, train your life to be preparing for the test. Don't wait for the last day. You're going to do the test on Monday, on Friday, you begin to sweat, you begin to quake, you begin to read, you begin to do what? No. Prepare in time, so that the idea, this information becomes part of you. So let us look at the preparation routine. I'm going to increase the speed because we are going to charge. Pre-test preparation routine, the night before the test. Review key concepts. Do you know how to summarize? You summarize the work, you summarize the summary, you summarize the summary, you summarize the summary, depending on your brain, how many times. By the time you do the exam, like the exam is tomorrow, you have the summary of the summary of the summary. Each point, one word, one word, one word. You cannot get this summary of the summary before you summarize the notes. So the notes, summarize them into a summary, summarize the summary in a summary, depending on how far you want it to go. So review the key concepts, the summary. You must, when you buy a book like this for notes, buy another book to summarize this one, buy another book to summarize this one, then you get a paper, one paper like this to summarize the whole paper. Prepare all required materials. Don't say, I don't have a pen, I lost the ruler, I don't have a ruler. Depending on the requirements you need. Those materials should be there. Should be with about 3 pens. If this one does not work, and you must be trusting the pens. New pens. Trust, if you need transport to go for exams, prepare it in advance. Some people wash clothes that same day when they're going to do exams. Prepare all required materials. Eat a balanced diet. Don't come when you are hungry. By the way, it is very important. You come to the exams, you are hungry, you're going to faint. Eat well. Eat whatever you can afford. Take a lot of water, but not at the time of exams. Like you're going to do exams at 9, don't take water the whole of that day. But like a week, a month before, be taking water, be eating very well. Why? Because you'll be asking for, please, may I go out? All those times you're going out to urinate, it is your time, not the examiner's time. So you are going to waste time in the bathroom to urinate. So don't drink like 6 hours before the exams. Let me hope I'm right. Don't drink water, tea, to avoid urinating all the time. But don't hesitate also if you feel like you want to go to the bathroom. And then you say, my time, then urinate in your pants. By the way, people, even adults, urinate in the examination rooms. You remember, even these exams increase your, I don't know whether the bladder becomes loose. I don't know. Eat a balanced meal. Get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Sleep. It looks like obvious, but my friend, people sleep in exams. You feel a heavy sleep. Some people think those are demons. It could be also right, but also when you don't sleep, you have to pay the debt. Because you're going to do exams tomorrow and this night you don't sleep. Because it's time for exams, you read throughout the night. By the time you go to examination room, you are going to be dozing. Now, if you doze in the examination room, how can you pass exams when you are sleeping? Who will be doing the exams for you? So make sure you sleep. I've told you 7 hours. 7 to 8 hours of sleep. The day after the whole week you're going to exams, those nights sleep. Sleep 7 to 8 hours. So that you come to the examination room when you are sober. Avoid cramming. Make sure you understand these things as much as possible. Test the routine. Wake up early. Wake up very early. If you are sick, treat your sickness. Like a flu, cough, what, get treatment before. Because that sickness can erupt at the time of exam. Ulcers, make sure you get preventive measures before the exam. Eat a protein-rich breakfast. Arrive at the venue 40 minutes early or even more. Can be even 1 hour. Don't come, the border, you run from the border, you run the examination room, they give you a paper, you are going to fail. Make sure you come 1 hour early. Sit, relax. Traffic jam in Kampala, and actually for us, Makerere University is in Kampala. People from the village, we don't know that there's traffic jam in Kampala. We just hear people talking about it, but I'm telling the truth, there is a lot of traffic jam in Kampala. So if possible, you sleep in Kampala if you're going to do the exam. If not, make sure you arrive 1 hour before, because now you can travel from like Namasuma to Makerere, it can take you 5 hours if there is traffic jam. So you miscalculate the time. Make sure you reach there early. In Kampala, there's a lot of traffic jam. Actually, almost all of them, maybe for Gulu University. But I use in Kampala, Bugema, also Kampala. Then Makerere, also Kampala. Traffic jam, calculated. You don't tell the examiner that you see the traffic jam, go with me at 1 day and no. It is you to calculate your traffic jams. Do light stretching exercises. Practice deep breathing. Number 3, during the test, staying focused. The 2-minute reset. 2-minute reset. If you feel overwhelmed during the test, put your pencil down. Put it down. Close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths. Shake out your hands. Refocus on the current question. Yeah, some people are doing this question number 6, but the brain remained on question number 1. Focus on the current question. Positive affirmations. I'm prepared and capable. These are some of the positive statements you are supposed to speak to yourself, or even between. I'm prepared and capable. I can handle challenging questions. I'll focus on one question at a time. Some people, if you tell me the question is hard, I tell you I'm also very hard. I'm harder than the question. Somebody was telling me, by then I was renting, and tell me, hey, that place you can't rent it. They are lawyers. They are those people. Hey, you can't manage them. I told you, I'm also a profession. Lawyer Malamba. And I tell them, I'm also not a fraction. I'm a whole person too. So if the question are hard, also be harder. You say, I'm harder than the question. I will focus on the question at a time. My hard work will pay off. Those are some of the statements you are supposed to speak. Volume 2, we are going to volume 2 on Saturday. Saturday, we are going to volume 2. Beginning today, you can send your applications in my inbox 0765 870 371, and I'll give you admission for training, not for exams. Exams you register online, just as you did UNEP. You register online, and they'll give you. We shall give you the link at the time of registration, not now, because it's not yet there. Just like UNEB, you can't register for UNEB today. It is the government or the ministry to tell us when to register for the national exams. And I'm telling you who are not ready, if you feel like you are not ready, take your time. Don't rush, because it's very painful to fail national exams. I want to finish very fast. Everybody, of course, wants to finish very fast, but it's useless to finish very fast when you have failed. So those people who think you are ready, you register in April for national exams. But if you think you are not ready, like you are very busy, you take your time, you study for a whole year and register in October. You know, in about 2-3 months, you shall finish paper 1. Then you begin paper 2. For now, applicants I have are teachers for primary. So I will go with the applicants I have. People who have not applied, you are just eating from the ventilator. So I can't plan according to you. I plan according to the applicants I have. You know? So I have only primary teachers. So by February, before the end of February, we'll have finished paper 1. Then March, April, we begin paper 2. We begin paper 2. People who have passed our tests, who think can pass, by the way, it is your choice, you register for national exams April, May. So that by June, you sit for national exams. Makerere University so far. But you are free to change and register in another university. For us, we will give you all the links. Then, those who will need more time to read, to pass through, you register in November, December 2026. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Nalmas Clement. Continue to send your applications. We are listening. We are there. Maybe I can teach everything. For me, the news of work or name, but yes, those who have applied, I'm going to give you a full month, full training. But after that full month, you have to pay to continue. Those who have not registered, please apply. I'm going to give you admission. It is only next weekend. I'm going to end this free broadcast. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for listening. Let us get started. Come back in the evening for the second class. Thank you so much. May God bless you mightily. Subscribe to our channel.